What's going on, everybody? This is Kid Mizzle, coming to you for the first time in a long time to compare some streaming services. So let's start off. Let's go Sling TV. So I am doing this video today on my Apple TV 4, and this is June 2017. So when you open Sling TV, you'll have your My TV hub, which is my channels, recordings, continue watching, and favorites. So if you see the recordings, DVR, big deal. They added this relatively recently, and they give you 50 hours of storage for an extra $5 a month. A small annoyance is that when you record shows, if you record a bunch of the same show, it doesn't put it within the same file. It gives you individual icons and files for all of those different shows. So it becomes a little bit muddled, but a minor annoyance. The DVR is pretty much a win. There are some channels you can't record on, and there are some events you can't record, but for the most part, you're able to get a lot of stuff. Like I have had issues with FX. I don't believe you can record on FX. You can record on FS1 and some other sports channels, but you can record on FS2, which is strange. And take a look at this. When you go into FS2, you'll see in the lower right, you can press and hold to record, which is a pretty cool feature. And actually, look, here's one of the issues with FS2 right off the bat. Like I come in and it comes in frozen. So let's flip to FS1. So cool feature here is swiping up to be able to switch between channels. So go to FS1, and I think it's gonna be a little bit better. Here we go. So now let's go back to FS2. There you go. Now it's okay. But I've had that issue a few times with Sling TV, stutters and hang-ups and buffering, and that's just a problem to me. I'm not a big fan of that if I'm paying for a service. Now, granted, I know it's streaming TV, but that happens way too frequently with Sling, where I don't see it as often with the other two services. So speaking of the other two services, let's take a look. Let's go into PlayStation Vue now. So Vue, I've had this for about 3-4 days now, and when you open it, you see a completely different interface as you could probably expect. So your watching tab, you'll get a recently watched, a my shows, live TV, favorite channels, sports, kids, and featured. So the cool thing about this is that it also has a DVR, and it'll put all those DVR shows into my shows. And these are shows that you select manually to record by picking them to be one of your shows. And it will hold those recordings for up to 28 days. So you can keep as much as you want, but it's gone after 28 days. So the cool thing here is that you can actually record a ESPN. You see, Sports Center is one of my shows, and it'll actually record all of those editions of the show, which is pretty cool. For me, the UI is a little bit of a negative. As you see there, I was just trying to back out to sub menu, and it took me back out to the menu, so that's kind of frustrating. But it's a little bit cumbersome, and you see the guide here. It's a lot, and you see just coming out, it doesn't take me to the live part of the day. I have to scroll down. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Let's see. There we go. So, and then you scroll left to right, and then right back to left, and there's a little bit of a learning curve. Once you get it, it's not terrible, and it's really smooth. It's really seamless once you get the hang of it. But I'm not a big fan. For me, it's not the best UI, but it is pretty good picture quality, which is important, and it's a definite improvement over Sling TV. I'm on the $35 free trial plan here because this will be the plan I would most likely get if I were to get PlayStation Vue, and it's been a lot better. A couple little hangs here and there, but nothing major. Far less than Sling. Picture quality better than Sling. I would definitely go with this over Sling in my opinion. So now let's take like the last one, the last video service, which is DirecTV Now. So you can probably tell which one I like more because as I have it in my top row here. But we go into DirecTV Now, and you see it takes us back to NASCAR here, and boom, instant, you're in. Starts in a little bit sub HD, and then it boom clicks in, into full HD, 60 frames a second. And that's another thing, 60 frames per second for both this and Vue, not so much for Sling TV. So the easiest channel changing experience is here in DirecTV Now. So if I want to change, swipe left, boom, Fox News, just like that. Um, so swipe right, boom, boom, Fox Sports 2, just like that. And just flipping between channels is like such a cool experience in this app. And for me, the guide, now let's show you that here. The guide to me, I feel, is the best of the three. It's the most straightforward. It's no craziness. You have your favorite channels. You have your all your channels if you want all channels. Um, and it's just a straight up, and it's quick. It's just quick to get through, and it's easy to read and to see. Whereas with Vue, it feels like you're kind of like having to figure out what's live and what isn't live, or what's on now. Like this is much more straightforward, and the picture quality I've seen is the best of any of the streaming services, and it's so quick. It's so quick, which is money. So for my money, I would go with DirecTV Now, but the negatives, of course, would be no DVR. The fact that there's no DVR in here does hurt it a bit. You have a watch list, which is basically just, saving your favorite stuff from on demand, which does kind of suck. Uh, but they say that they're working on it and that it's coming in due time, so we'll see about that. But in terms of the experience itself, I would go DirecTV Now, and I will say that going forward, I would stick with this. So that is my review, my quick take of the three services. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up in the comments, and I will get back to you. If you want specific, more detailed videos on each streaming service, I can give that to you as well. But this has been my take on Sling TV, PlayStation Vue, and DirecTV Now. So hit me up, let me know, and thanks for watching.